that you can't avoid. And once you understand that it is a part of life, you would learn also to know that there's no promise of forever with bad times. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And all you need to do is just fight to get through to that light. Fight for yourself. Remember the good times. Every day is not a bad day. You know, you have good days, you have bad days. You have to be able to control your mind. Not just control your mind, but condition your mind to understand that, you know, if you're having a bad day today, it's not a bad life.
All right.
You know, so that's how I've been able to overcome a lot of things. Sometimes in my worst situation, I look back at times where I felt, okay, this was the worst thing that could happen to me, and I overcame them. And it just reminds me that even in this situation, I can still overcome. And I try my best to mentally pull myself out of that dark place so that I can move forward.
All right, Dabota, it's a great point you've made, and amazing story you have. I know you say you don't want to tension people, but you're already tensioning them with the Real Housewives of Lagos. And you look like you don't like controversy. But getting into that, what made you to accept being a part of the cast of Real Housewives of Lagos? Because it can be a very, very, very intense and controversial space.
For me, in my world where I exist, I call the shots. I make the final decisions. I am the boss at home, at work. And I wanted to see how well I can thrive outside of my comfort zone. When it comes to my friends, I have a very close-knit circle. My friends today are probably people I've known 20, 10 years, you know, maybe a few people I've recently met and created a relationship with. So going on this show for me was a way to, it was sort of like a social experiment for me to get out of my comfort zone, to interact with people who are also somewhat like-minded, strong personalities, women who are not afraid to put themselves out there. It was also a business strategy for me, because it's one thing to have a lot of followers on social media, communicate, have that fashion sense and whatever, but it's another thing to relate and connect with people. And I realized that in this day and age, people want to connect with you on a personal level because they want to experience you. So for me, this was a way to put my business out there, have a new set of people engage me, engage my brand, and also see how well I can thrive outside of my comfort zone.
So how are you managing the controversy? As I'm sure you've had some experience on the set already. What have you experienced so far? Has there been any controversy? How are you navigating that part? I know you say you're the queen of queens. We're going to talk to that about in a moment. And so, but just respond to controversies, by the way.
There hasn't been anything controversial because nothing outside the ordinary has happened. The show has only just aired yesterday on DSTV. So I don't really know what to expect. I only know what I did. I'm not always there to experience what everybody else did. But so far, so good. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened. So everything has gone well. It was an amazing experience that I will never forget. Yeah.
So do you have like some of the persons, you know, most of you on the set have strong personalities. Do you flow with everyone, or there are certain people you feel that you are gravitating towards based on perhaps similarities or opposites?
As with every group of people working together, there are times where you're getting along, and there are times where you're not on the same page. But all in all, I think I was able to connect with all the women at different points in time. And even when, there may be certain levels of disagreement in terms of our point of views or perspectives. We were really matured enough to handle ourselves. Most of the women there, if not all the women there, are business women in this season, hardworking women who have also an image to maintain, who also are there to promote their brands. Everybody on the set is a mom. We're all parents, so it's a totally different vibe from what you're used to with regular reality TV's show.
Interesting. So clearly, lots to watch out for. But some have a grouse against reality shows such as yours. They always ask, what is the point of it? What do I gain from this reality show, right? Is this a good way to spend my time? Right. I wonder what you say to those people on the one hand. On the other hand, I saw you had posted there's no peace for single people, the single Pringle. So I wonder for you, which is it something you're working towards? Is that something you want to give a try yet again? Because, I mean, you said it. So do you want to finally have that, in quotes, peace as a non-single person? Because it looks like the married they keep tensioning those who are not. So two questions in one.
Single people have suffered online 2024. I pray we don't suffer that much in 2025. Yes, I hope that in due time I will, no longer be single. But right now, I don't think it's a crime to also be single and, live your life. As long as you're living right, you're achieving your goals, it's fine. But that would not be a permanent situation for me, I can assure you that.
No condition is permanent.
So it's tension. So as you're tensioning us on one hand, other people are tensioning. It's a convolution of tension.
Very interesting. We look forward to what the year holds and what the show holds as well. And it's great to see women taking the lead wherever and everywhere. But we have to thank you so much.
The reality TV show will thrive with women better than men, of course.
You think so?
Yeah.
People always say, oh, should I spend my time watching reality TV shows? Oh, I don't like this. But the numbers don't lie. They all watch it.
So they are watching it, right?
Yes, there's a part of them that enjoy it.
Come on, can you see? There you go. So you've been exposed this morning. But we have to thank you so much. I'm speaking with Dabota Lawson, multifaceted entrepreneur, award-winning beauty mogul, philanthropist, and our reality TV show star. We hope you won't throw punches eventually, but we'll wait to see how that plays out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
So there you go. Jeffrey, it would be good to have a reality TV show for men.
Yeah, I know there was one Ebuka did with the guys. I don't know how well that did.
A lot of men.
Yeah, a lot of men. I don't know how much drama men can bring like women, I'm not saying a bad thing. I'm saying drama.
So
men, we reconcile too quickly. Women can hold it for like an election like 4 years till Tinubu runs or refuses to run, Guys, we just quarrel now. Guy, forget that thing.
Just move on, right?
We just move on. The next hour we're rolling, but women, they will analyze it. Sorry, no disrespect to women.
You say we're bad for TV as men.
For reality TV, I think it's better. Women will give us bigger, better content. So it's just a joke, but I'm just thinking women will do better reality TV than you guys know how to hold this thing. Hold it, Jeffrey, as long as it can last.
You fold. In the street of Lingo, you fold. We have to thank you so much. What a show it has been today. But we're back tomorrow. The full crew. Bukola will be here to respond to some of Jeffrey's comments. I'm Kayode Okikelu.
I'm Jeffrey Uzaman. Bye-bye.